Hello and welcome to another video review, this time about the new Swarovski EL range laser rangefinding binoculars with the magnification 10x32. Swarovski is one of the biggest names in the optics industry, which history goes back to 1895, but Swarovski Optic was founded in 1949 when they produced their first binoculars. The headquarters is from the beginning up to today still in Austria, in the province of Tyrol. The EL range series of binoculars was first time introduced in 2011, so the first generation. The second generation was in 2015 and the third generation in 2021. If you are interested what are the differences between the older generations, please watch the video about the EL range 10x42, where my colleague explains all the differences in details. Now, 2 years after the launch of the third generation of EL range series of binoculars, Swarovski introduced two new compact and lightweight versions to extend the already very successful series. We got the information that these binoculars come out in the summer of 2023, and now in middle of September we finally get the first example, which is this one with the magnification of 10x32, but there is also a different model with a magnification 8x32. Now, what are the differences or the main differences to the older generations? And like the bigger model, also this one features the Swarovski field flattener lenses, also wider field of view, advanced ballistic calculator, forehead rest compatibility, additional button on the left, and for left and right-handed users, smartphone compatibility or connectivity with Bluetooth. If we compare it to the bigger model, this model is much smaller in dimensions. It is approximately 26 mm shorter, 5 mm shorter in width, and 10 mm smaller in weight. But the biggest difference, in my opinion, compared to the bigger model, is the weight difference, which is 255 grams lighter in weight. So it is much easier to carry it around the whole day during some hunting trip. What is also different is that this model is now a single hinge and not anymore an open bridge design. Now, if we go first to the housing description, if we start by the eye cups, they are made from aluminum with a rubber protection on the upper side, and they have 6 adjustment positions. So first one is completely inside, first or the second one, third, fourth, fifth and sixth. So because of that you can easily watch through the binoculars with glasses or also without. And what is also very nice about the eye cups is that they are easily replaceable. If they are damaged or something happens with them, you can easily screw it out and replace them with the new one. Then the diopter setting is located on each barrel separately. To adjust the diopter, you have to pull these two rings out, and then you can make the fine adjustments so that you have the perfect image when you look through the device. I find it really nice because it's lockable. You cannot accidentally move it around when you carry the binoculars around. Now if we go to the barrels, On each side there is this quick release cover for straps, so you can easily mount the carrying strap. Then the barrels are completely covered in hard rubber armoring, so you have a very good protection of the binoculars. Currently this model is available only in green color. Then on the right barrel there is this small bulge here, which inside is all the laser range finding parts you need for the device. On the left side there are these small holes here. The upper one is for the temperature and air pressure sensor, and the lower part or the lower hole here is the LED indicator, which indicates if you are connected with the Bluetooth or something else. Okay, now if we go to the upper part, as I said, it is a single hinge design now, not an open bridge anymore. And this one features now two programmable buttons which can be programmed in the app. On the right side the factory setting is the measurement button, and on the right side it is the mode button. Then here we have the focusing wheel, which I have to say feels very smooth, and the adjustment of the focusing wheel is in 1.5 rotation. So if you want to focus on the nearest target and then to the farthest target, you have to make 1.5 rotations. As I said, it is very smooth and very easy to adjust. And in the focusing wheel there is also the battery compartment, which has inside a CR2 battery for the laser range finder. Under this focusing wheel, if you see here, is this small part. This is for the forehead rest, which attaches inside the focusing wheel, and then a small pin comes out through this piece here, so it is perfectly stable. And lastly, if we go to the objective, there are rubberized objective covers which hold very firmly inside and protect the lenses very good, also for the moisture. And what I really like is that these can be easily removed if they are damaged, or if you don't want to carry the covers around, you can just pull it out and then insert these small pieces which come in the box, so you don't see the small wire which goes through the armoring. The interpupillary distance, so the distance between both of the barrels, is adjustable between 56 and 74 millimeters. The temperature range in which this binocular operates is -10 to 55 degrees Celsius for the electronics, and for the mechanical parts from -25 to 55 degrees Celsius. The barrels are completely purged with nitrogen, so you will get no internal fogging also during very cold environment. And the binoculars is completely watertight and submergible up to 4 meters of depth in water. The size of the binoculars is 146 millimeters in length, 112 34 millimeters wide, and the height of the binoculars is 69 millimeters. The weight of this binoculars is 685 grams, which I have to say is very lightweight, especially because you have the laser range finding capability, and because of that it is perfect for mountain hunting, where you have to carry this around in very difficult terrain and for a long hunting trip. The binoculars are made in Austria. The warranty of these binoculars is 10 years, and the price point is 3,370 euros. So these are very expensive binoculars, but they are some of the best on the market which you can buy. Okay, now if we go to the optical performance, as I said, the magnification is 10 by 32, so you have 32 millimeters objective lenses. So because of that, these are not designed for low light use, but for mountain hunting I think they are perfectly suitable, because you don't need big lenses, which are again very heavy and difficult to carry around. The prisms used in these binoculars are roof prisms, and the field of view is 110 meters at 1000 meters. There is no tunneling effect, so you have really nice big picture when you look through the binoculars. The light transmission is approximately 90%. And as I previously said, these binoculars feature the Swarovski field flattener lenses for a distortion-free image, and also all other Swarovski coatings for better light transmission, more contrast and true colors. So optically, as you would expect from Swarovski, the optics or optical performance is on the highest level. So you can compare it to all other brands or the premium brands, and yeah, the optics, it's just on the highest level you can imagine. Now for the laser rangefinder, the laser range finding device, or how should I say, the laser and everything is located here under the right barrel. The measurements work from 9 meters to 1500 meters, and the accuracy is if you measure below 1000 meters or plus minus 1 meter, and after 1000 meters the accuracy is plus and minus 2 meters. And I can confirm that because I tested this binoculars with a military laser rangefinder, and the differences are minimum. So the laser rangefinder is very, very precise. What is also really nice is that the laser rangefinder is very, very fast. You get the reading in less than 0.5 seconds, so it is almost immediately. Then on the top there are these two buttons. From the factory, the right button is for the laser rangefinder and left one is for the mode, and this can be programmed differently, so you can also have the left button for the measurement. If you are a left-handed user, it is much more comfortable. So these are perfectly designed also for left and right-handed users. The binoculars feature also ballistic software, which is programmable with the app, which I can show you directly on my phone. so like here. You can connect the device very easily just by holding this button for both buttons for approximately 4 seconds. Then the blue LED starts to flash, and then, as you can see, the binoculars are already connected. Then we see here the last 3 measurements which I made from our company here, and there is also this tracking assistant, which was introduced with the 3rd generation of the EL range binoculars, and it is very unique on the market. So when you make your measurements, you can push the get measurements, then you get all the last 3 measurements from the device to the phone, and then you can click on the measurement, and because the device has a built-in compass, it exactly shows which direction you made your measurements. Here it was 1190 meters, and you see exactly the direction, and with the tracking assistance you can go to the direction, and it navigates you directly to your last measurement. So when you walk to the target, the compass shows you directly in which direction you have to go and how many meters you have to go till you find your point of measurement. So very usable and very unique on the market. Then there is the rifle configuration. The binoculars can save up to 3 measurements or 3 ballistic configurations. I have here now the first one with a Z8i rifle scope. Then you put in all the parameters, and then you can submit this to your binoculars, and you can program it that the binoculars show you that the very precise point of impact what you have to make for the or how much correction you have to make with your rifle scope. With submit you can make all of the you can put all of the data to your binoculars. Then what is also really nice, you can make from that database you can put all the ballistic data down, or you can also make precise data like hand load. If you hand load your own ammo, you can program the ballistics very precisely, also the ballistic coefficient and everything you need for very precise bullet drop compensation. Okay, then we go to the settings. The first one is for the second line in the display inside the binoculars. If you don't like to see any additional information in the binoculars, you can put the inactive. But if you have the rifle configuration inside, then you can put in what configuration you want to have, or in MOA, MRAD, centimeter, inch, clicks, if you want to see the angles, direction, and the correcting shooting distance, or the ERR, the equivalent horizontal range. So if you put MRAD, when you make your measurement on the second line of the display, you'll see exactly how much MRAD you have to make for the correction for the perfect shot. Then the brightness level can be adjusted directly in the binocular. The display unit can be in meter or yards. temperature, Celsius or Fahrenheit, air pressure, then the rifle selection. I have now programmed only one rifle, then you can choose 1, 2 or 3, and then, as I said, the measurement button if you want to have it left or right. And lastly, when you make all of your configuration, you can transfer it to the EL range binoculars. Okay, this is all about the software, and now if we look to the display, the binoculars feature such display. When you push the button, the display starts to or you see the display then, and on the upper side you see here the circle, which is the target mark. In this circle is the laser, and with this circle you have to measure your targets. Then on the 2 we see the distance measurement display in meters or yards. The 3 you see in what you are measuring in meters or yards. 4 is the compass symbol, 5 angle symbol, the 6 is for the degree symbol, then the 7 is the second line of the display, which again you can turn off if you don't use it, which displays all of the settings I talked now. And on the 8, so on the lower side, is the battery symbol. Okay, now the display is in red color, and it is very easy to focus because you have the diopter setting separately, so you can very precisely adjust to your eyes that the display is perfectly in focus. Okay, and now what do you get in the box with the binoculars? First of all, the new FSB functional side back, which is really well made and it protects the optic very nice. Then also with the carrying strap for the back, then the carrying strap for the binoculars, then the eye cups, which can be removable, and also these two parts if you don't need the eye cups. Then a tool for the battery compartment, so you can easily open the battery. 2 additional pieces for the strap, which can be mounted then inside here inside of here. Then the eye cups protection, so the device is perfectly protected. And then we also get the very extensive user's manual for the range 32 and 42 devices, a cleaning cloth, and lastly a soap and a brush for cleaning of your binoculars. Okay, now if we go to a short summary, first of all, the positives. The main thing is, for a premium device like this, the image quality is on the highest level. It is the best you can get through a binocular. Then the second one is the entire Swarovski design and build quality. The binoculars, they are very aesthetically made. They are really nice looking, and when you look at when you show it to someone else, they immediately see it is a Swarovski. It is really very well made, and the build quality is yeah, it is also perfect. All the buttons, the feeling, it is on a premium level. Then I like that all the parts are very easily replaceable. If you damage the eye cups or the covers or something, you can very easily replace it by yourself. Diopter setting for each eye separately, it's also a really nice thing. Then I like that you have many settings and functions inside the device, so which are also programmable. The laser rangefinder, as I said, works very fast. You have a built-in temperature sensor and air pressure sensor for very precise calculations of the ballistic software. Then the QR straps are also really nice. And lastly, the tracking assistant, which is unique on the market, and I have to say it works really well. You can use it through the phone or directly in the binoculars. And now, where do I see room for improvements? First of all, this bulge here. It is not a big thing, but yeah, it would be much prettier, I would say, if this would not be here, if the barrels would be without it. In my opinion, yeah, it would be much nicer to see it without this. Then for the sensor and the LED, these holes here, if you do not know for what they are, first of all you think something is not right when you see a hole in the rubber armoring. I think the positioning is really nice, because you do not warm the temperature sensor when you hold the binoculars in the hand, but I think it could be still located somewhere else, maybe in the front of here, that the armoring would be completely sealed. It's not a big thing, but it is noticeable again. And lastly, I think the price, with 3,370 euros, the binoculars are very expensive, and also a lot more expensive than the competition. But again, it is a premium product from a premium manufacturer, and yeah, you pay for the quality of the manufacturing and also for the design. But all in all, I think it is a really great laser range-finding binoculars, which is perfectly suitable for the modern long-range hunter, especially because of the tracking assistant, which is perfect for mountains, I would say. Yeah, that's all from my part now. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any additional questions, click the link below, and if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.